But currently, my favorite book right now for in the Rippaverse universe or Rippaverse Publishing company is Alphacore, and it's mostly because it did something to me emotionally, and it has to do with Wilkins. The reason why Wilkins was an emotional um, scene for me was I, going back to ISO number one and ISO number two, right? We got that backstory, we got the characters, and I'm already in my mind thinking about building characters in the Rippaverse world and how does that look like? And going into Alphacore, we already got a glimpse from Chuck Dixon that this is going to be the start of the world building. So it was expected that there's going to be some excerpts or some more to the story of Florespark, which would involve more excerpts. So when I saw that happen, and the hint of Wilkins having some sort of power, and then him coming out with that whole, I think it was a two-pager. I got to get my book again, but that whole pager of him looking at the ship crashing down, and he's bringing out his superpowers to stop this from happening. I felt like that at that moment, literally by reading it, thinking that we're going to have like some sort of Magneto character, and he's going to be a good guy, and he's going to be part of Alphacore. I literally thought that in my mind, and I was like, holy crap, we got a omega level character just show up out of nowhere. No one knew who this person was, and this was going to be that big guy, right? There's going to be somebody in my mind, somebody bigger than Brian, somebody bigger than Yaira, even with that type of power to just stop a ship from crashing down over all of Florespark. At least, at least the start of the police department. But that was my holy crap moment. And then he falls down and dies. It was like I went straight to the roof, my heart racing, whatever 100 or 200 beats per minute. And I'm like, he's dead. And like all my hopes and dreams for this character just crashed the next page over. That's what it did for me emotionally. And because of that, Alphacore is like that go-to, or that right now my eyes are looking at Alphacore, and then Alphacore 2, that's like my best books because of that. So that's what it did to me. I don't know if anybody else felt the same way, but I was like, holy crap. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was like a roller coaster of emotions in just seconds. And that's what it did to me emotionally. And that's why Alpha Core number one is my favorite so far. And so I am looking forward to Alpha Core number two, because I think it just builds on that whole ground level, Florespark, the streets, the people kind of feel. And I right now for the whole Rippaverse, my biggest thing is just that world building. See how all these things connect, so that we can talk story about all these different characters.